Okay, last night I was going home. I found a gas stove. Actually, my wife phoned me and told me there was one, so that's why I grabbed it. Figured it, you know, it's nice and heavy. I don't know why these other two came off and this one doesn't want to come off. But I got the actual iron, cast iron things here in the front. But I'm just curious why that doesn't come off. Should come out. There it is. There it is. Yeah, this one's steel. Sometimes a cast iron or like aluminum material. Yeah, these just no, they're nothing, not worth nothing. Want to double check. I'll take it apart another time, not right now. I left my tools. Yeah, my cutters are in my garage. Yeah, it's raining. Lousy weather again. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna stick it over there for now. I bet it's just easy 200 pounds, this thing. Pretty heavy. Stick it here for now. Okay. Okay, I was gonna take this sewing machine to my garage. So I think I can sell this one. There. I'm slowly transferring stuff over to my storage. Oops. As you can see, it's a lot cleaner down here. So not a lot of stuff here now, just a few computers and the odds and ends, a little bit of wire. I'm gonna take this to my storage. I'm full of water. It's all brass, I guess. Brass or copper. Brass anyways. Pretty heavy. Probably weighs about 40 pounds. At least 40 pounds, I think. Got that one. I think that's my copper. Okay. So that was clean, and the other one's clean brass. Okay. Hold on for a second. So I ended up bringing a few mortars now. This is my dirty copper and brass. Copper's clean in this tub. Brass is clean in that tub. So I got some mortars. I'm gonna pop them apart, maybe It's a really big alternator. Look at that alternator. Imagine old school alternator like that. Maybe off a big truck. Or I remember the old cars years ago used to have these kind of alternators. Really big old, you know, 70s kind of cars. And the motor here to take the cast off it. I have another pump here also, like the one that tore apart yesterday. Okay. The sewing machine's a steel one, but it's kind of a nice blue one, which is quite nice looking. So I'm just gonna put it in storage for now and leave it there. I have a little bit of wire, but I think this wire, I'll take the outer layer off, but I'm not sure how hard it's gonna be. Yeah, that stuff is like really impossible. I'm gonna try the wire stripper maybe or something. But it's really thick coating. I'll have to get a better knife. That knife is probably dull anyways, but we'll try a little bit later. Otherwise, worst case scenario, I'll have to sell it the way it is. I think a wire stripper might strip it. I'm thinking it might work. I'll have to try that. Okay, we're going to my storage now. I found a piece of stainless steel. Well, ideally I want to move everything over to the other yard, but what'll be is, as I clean the other yard, I'll slowly bring stuff from here until this is all transferred. Anyways, at least, you know, for winter time I want to have that all clear. I would need to cut it a bit, weed it a bit, and just clean it up in that area a bit. I'm thinking I want to build a little deck in there where I can work on a small little deck, and I want to put a fence across here. Somewhere along there I'll put a fence across, so I'm going to put a fence across that side so it keeps my privacy on that side. People can't see my junk either. Okay. I got a hot tub pump here. Let's see if it's copper. Take a better look at it and take the screws off. Stainless, yep, stainless. Just curious to see if it's going to be copper. It's a star here. Nope. Okay, got two screws here, it looks like. Metal cap. Earwig inside it. Got 4 big screws. Looks shiny like copper. Yeah. Take a better look at this here. File doesn't lie. It's aluminum. It's aluminum. That's a bummer. Stupid thing's aluminum. So it in heavy metal. Well, that's a bummer. Thought it had some copper. So I say some motors you kind of, you know, you just, it's just like a hit and miss. Especially the newer ones, like, you know, not the industrial type. Something that's like for industrial, less chance of being, you know, not aluminum, right? Okay. With this one here, grab the ground wire, just yank it through. There. So we're already halfway there, right? It's a Romex. And then we have the other half like that. It's all in the heavy metal too. Yeah, it's a bummer. Like I say, what it is what it is. Okay, this is strippable wire. I'll strip that myself. Yeah, I was watching a scrap and pallet man today. He had his son working with him. That was kind of cool. See his son there. You know, it's nice to have family joining in, helping, right? My kids are kind of growing up now, and they're they're working on their own professions and stuff, so they're kind of too busy working and stuff and school. But like when I was young, I was happy to help my dad. I'd go there, help him load scrap, whatever he was doing. Clean scrap if I had to. Right? Most of the generation today just don't care. They want to play video games. Don't seem to really care about family or helping. It's almost like every man for himself, it seems like, with family sometimes. But anyways, if I can get this one out. I think I could buy a screwdriver set. Like a different one, like half decent one, because there's too many little screws and different things that I need to deal with, and I'm having issues. So like here, even just it's like a relay or something here. Has the connections there. Brass connections. See the other one in there. Okay, so we've got 2 more screws. So like that motor, I could have sold it the way it was, but they're only paying 10 cents a pound anyways. Because they know, scrapyards know now, the generation of motors in home appliances are just going to be aluminum. There's not a lot anymore. Even I've seen industrial motors. I was at the scrapyard, and they had these huge industrial motors. I was thinking, wow, that's copper, man, that's awesome. Then I scratched it, aluminum. So that's a nice piece of cast right there. Heavy piece. Okay, so yeah, that's a bummer. Another motor here, but I'm not going to bore you guys with this one. I'm going to take it apart quickly. Okay. Okay, got a tear out here, scrap a speaker, cast basket, heavy magnet, it's an Alpine. Had request, well, E-Waste Dylan, used to be Mighty Scrapper, changes the name, so if you want to check his channel out now, it's E-Waste Dylan. He was talking about speakers, how they have copper in the coil. Well, let's see what we have here in this speaker. So the strip out's going to be for e-waste still, and hopefully I can strip it out. Paper. Some of these cabinets are hard to take apart, so just be patient with me if I can't complete it properly. I usually just scrap these the way they are, usually. They're not really buying anymore, so... Oh yeah, I was burnt. Speaker is burnt. See how burnt it got? It should be a nice copper color. So that's your copper. Well, it looks like it's brass here. Huh. A piece of brass here, which is unusual. So the copper is around the brass. Pretty tough material here. Well, this stuff is just like a hard, it's almost like Kevlar actually. Well, okay, we got brass and copper, so okay. Yeah, it's a pretty heavy copper actually. I thought that was heavy brass, but it's so thin, the brass, but the copper is so heavy and thick. See that? It smells like it burnt a bit. So we got copper here. I would say at least a couple ounces. Ounce and a half maybe. It's just garbage. Here's your brass. The brass itself was really nothing, but it felt like it felt like solid brass, just because that copper was so thick. We got some brass here. Okay, so the magnet. Okay, I see. The magnet has screws here. Hopefully not rotted away. Been sitting for a long time in my yard. Ah, come on. One screw. There's that one screw. Let's see if I have a bigger Star Phillips. One that's a little fatter. Take the glasses off so I can see. Don't think I'm gonna make it with these tools. Let's try one more time here. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, this one will probably do it. Yeah, this one is probably a real wide one. Perfect. Oh, little screws now. So I'm fighting a magnet every time you put a bit down. Put that one back. Whew. Here's a big magnet fishing one. Oh. This thing's probably 10 pounds easy. So I don't have to tear nothing else apart on that. I know it's just going to be a magnet, but very, very heavy magnet. So now here's the connections. Gonna have to come off. So need a better pliers. That's a terminal I'm trying to fight with. Bit fell off. Okay. Okay, are these steel or brass? They're all brass. I think I have at least 4, I would think. 2 on each side, you know. So guys, well, let me double check here because they're a little bit rusty. I don't know, stick. I don't know why they're rusty. Okay, so brass. Okay. I don't think they'd be stainless steel. I think they're probably brass cast. Nice piece of cast here. Let's see if I can get your knife along here. Just run it directly along here. Look at that, clean. Just love that. There it is, guys. So this goes out to E-Waste Dylan. Give him some support. Subscribe to his channel. Tell him you've seen him on my channel, Canadian Treasure Hunter. Wow, I was gonna throw that in. I was actually gonna sell it probably for like 10 cents a pound. Where now it's weighs probably at least 2 or 3 pounds. 2 pounds. So I turned it into a little bit more profits. A little bit of there. I'd say it's probably at least 2 pounds for sure. Cleaned up perfect. And then you have a piece of copper that I showed you there. Okay, gotta love that. Okay, that's a slide machine. It's on cast aluminum. Let's strip it out. See what kind of screws it has. Kind of a tough one. I don't know how to use such a small screw. Nut head. I don't think they even have that size. Maybe this one here. The smallest one here. Might work. Figures. Look at this aluminum. Well, look at the bottom steel. Well, I guess I gotta crack it open. Doesn't work. You have to try something different. Steel. Another fan motor, basically. Piece of aluminum. I don't know why they took all these stupid little screws. Some don't want to come out. Broke the light bulb. Fell out just like that. No warning. It's a bummer. A lot of times the light bulb burns out and it's really expensive. You don't want to cost you like 60 bucks to replace a light bulb, something stupid like that. I know I tried selling a projector for $20, a really nice one. The bulb was burnt out and the guy says it cost him $60 or $80, he was saying, for another light bulb. This brass contact here. Let me pry that off. Okay, two pieces of copper, looks like copper. We'll call it copper or brass. Okay, here's the thing that held the light bulb. Brass. Okay, let's try to take the motor off somehow. Okay, it's all steel. It's aluminum. Okay, so knock out the bearing. Okay, let's see if I can cut that. Okay, it's just a spring here. Okay, there it is. Popped out. Aluminum. Well, the mortar, it's like it's welded onto aluminum casing. It's not anymore. Okay, well, got rivets here. Pretty tough stuff. That would come off a little bit easier. Okay. Steel. Okay, multiple lenses here actually. You can probably save those. So one lens. So the next one is just a piece of glass. Let's see if I can rip this part apart. Okay, here's the other lens. So two lenses here. Two lenses. Steel. Oh, steel. I got some copper. A little bit of copper. One copper. Two copper. Nope. Copper. Steel. This is probably aluminum. It's not plastic. It looks like aluminum. Double check. Plastic, wow. It's like probably like a Bakelite or something. It was actually shiny. It's like she fooled me. So I think got it stripped. Piece of something here. It's made of steel. Okay, it's aluminum. It's actually a heavy cast. Nice. I got all this out of there. That's aluminum. Yep. Here it is. Nice and stripped. There's an Argus 300. Wow, it's getting heavy. Okay, let me look around again. I want to show you this umbrella. Used to be an umbrella, you know, with the umbrella and all that. This handle here, see if you cut it down, most it's kind of like metal. Seems like it's metal. It's like it's cast fused with metal. But let me just pull the handle off. There's a handle here, which is cast aluminum. I'm hoping it comes off. It might be tough. That broke. Bit of a fail, but so I think there's a screw here. The way it has that hole covered. Actually pried it off with this. Hit me right in the head. Okay, well, put my glasses on in case. Let me see if I could open this up better. Seeing where the screws are. Not sure how they put it together. It's not on that side actually. So if I take the nut out, it probably would have came out. But it's wedged in there so good, it's hard to get out. I don't have the right socket anyways. Wow. The pain. Oh well, a bit of a fail. See if I would be able to get something in here, which I don't really have anyways. Wouldn't fit around here. They have a special tool, probably a real slim tool. Anyways, I just throw it in my dirty aluminum for now. I'll pick up these little scraps here. Still cast anyways. Okay. I'm going to take apart a monitor, just in case some of you guys don't really know or haven't done it before. See the standoff, there's a little screw here. Some have it, some don't. Okay. I'll take this plastic stand off, see that? You have to look around to see if there's any screws. You don't see nothing. So what you do is face, you have to pry the face off. Usually with a screwdriver like this. You just have to go along here. Along like that, see that? There. So that's your plastic surround. And then all you have to do is just, oh, like that, I guess. Stainless steel. Got your TV here, and then what you'll do, this is an easy one actually. I don't have a screwdriver that's going to fit here for now, so to get this board off, you got to pry this up. What I like to do is just pry the screw here. Need the bigger screwdriver. I'm going to put the hand over the screw so it doesn't fly in my face. And like that. And there's your board. That should be gold plated. I'm not sure how good the plating is, but it's still a flat pack here. So that's that. I just don't want to shred the way it is. That's it. And then when you get to this point, you see they're all different. Some have Phillips, some are Torx. This one's a Torx. That one's Phillips, but there's a Torx right here. Don't have that size. Okay. It works. Okay, well they're not Torx. They look like Torx, but they're not. On this one here, these things hold it, the back here. So what I do, you could either go like this. You can get a special nut driver. You could just unscrew each one. But I like to snap mine if I can. It's a little tough. A little tough. Some will snap really easy. Some don't snap too good. Let me go off for a second. Steel. So this has to come off in order to get this little board out. That's kind of what it is, right? I just want to snap. Could be some screws aren't hardened. They're more like softer. They just want to bend. Hardened ones will snap right away. I don't know if it makes a difference in the build of it, but okay. So that releases that board here now. That's the back. Still my gloves back on. So why I take all these TV sets is because I need the boards. I mean, they're not that great of a board, but there's still a low flat pack here. And then there's an oscillator. There's a little bit of wire. There's a little power board here. You have a copper spool. You have a little bit of a couple relays maybe here. Another transformer. I don't know what the hell they're doing down here. There's so much noise. I see nothing. Anyways, sometimes transformers don't have copper. They're just like almost like wire in there. I always put the power board separately because power boards don't really have any value to me that much compared to a gold bonding wire board, right? Aluminum here. Okay, so I got a bit of a mortar here, but see this contacts here. I have to grab, take the contacts out. Okay, this has got 2 screws. Sometimes the contacts just slip in there. This one has a couple screws there. We just trash the rest. Brass, the copper wire, spring here. Okay. Okay, that's it on monitors. They're simple, but like I say, if you don't really know how to do it, it's hard, right? Okay. Okay, realistic. It's a little organ or a piano or something. It plays all kinds of instruments or trumpets, violin. Anyways, I pulled every screw I thought out, but I had one of the battery compartments. Okay, we're dealing with plastic. Look quite the boards. Usually they don't have very much in it. Not expecting too much in it, but just never know. It's actually it's got IC chips in it, which is good. The ones I've seen, normally they just got a little blob in there. They don't have any IC chips, so it's a little bit better. You might have a little bit of gold recovery here, maybe. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 IC chips that I can see. Probably a power supply here. Yeah, it's a power supply. Well, aluminum. It's kind of low grade board, but you know, it's got some IC chips there. This is plastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrap this the way it is, just because it's like eliminates a little bit of trash, right? Sell it the way it is. Okay. More security screws. Okay, well, this is just like a cable box. Well, it's got a card. Okay, when you find these cards, you see them in cable boxes and different things. They're actually pretty good. Okay, all I do, let's go. Need to get it, okay, here. There it is, yeah. Case aluminum. So all I do is just, that's aluminum. It's on the aluminum pile. Here, you get 2 IC chips. More like memory and a little flat pack there. Could be gold plating. But you find them in those little cable boxes like this, so keep your eyes out. The cable boxes are pretty good. Well, some are good, some are worse than others, but you have to look into them and see what you got. I don't have the security screw to get open this, so there. Okay, you got stainless steel. Stainless steel. Aluminum. Aluminum here. There. Okay, so board. Okay, let's get this off here. That's where the cable slot is here. The cable goes into your antenna port or whatever. Coaxial area. This one's a little tougher. Oh. It's tough. Why is that so tough like that? Oh, it's a steel. That's where the security screw is here. I can't break that one. Another one here. I should almost just hammer it off. I just hammer it there. This might be stainless. Yeah. Probably aluminum, but I get the same price for both, so it don't matter. Okay, here's a here's the board. It's not a great board. See, it's got, they replaced the ICs with these ICs, or flat packs or gold corner chips. Not that good, these ones. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 chips that might be any good. So the boxes have got really cheap now. Steel. Anyways, not that great. But you know, it's what it is, right? I find these are hard to get them out. Okay. I just find these just tougher to come out. They don't come out that easy. Some do and some don't. If I had a vise, I could just bend in the vise a bit, right? If I could bend this over a little bit. There, see how I bent it over a little bit? Comes out of that joint. But if you had a vise, you could just put in a vise and then bend it a bit and that piece will come out. Okay, that's it on that one there. I got a front loading, it's like a beta VCR. Been sitting for a while, I just want to get rid of it. So I was stripping it before and then never got finished. So let's, I just had a lot of boards and stuff in here, so it's kind of interesting, the boards. It's somewhat modular, but just kind of curious on what I can get out of here, value-wise. So these are your old VCRs from the 70s that are, you know, well built. Okay. Some IC chips here, you can see. Anything with IC chips, I don't want to chuck them away because it could be potentially gold bearing IC chips until I know. Right, spaghetti wires here. It's really low grade, but you know, wire's wire. End of the day, it's, you know, it fills the tub up. Anyways, there's a couple IC chips here. More chips. It's been sitting for so long, and you know, it's taking up room. I figure at least I can get some wire out of here to start with. Okay. I mean, most of the IC chips in the 70s, 80s, were gold bearing, just because the technology wasn't so advanced like today. I think the Chinese and Taiwan, I think they advanced it pretty good. Taiwan and China. Japan used gold for a long time. So I did a little bit of research on that. They weren't cheap. Because the dies, they figure when you're putting these chips together, silicon dies are getting scratched with using copper bonding wires, and aluminum. But they were having a more damage ratio. And like I say, depends the application. If it's like a military or, you know, something that's industrial, you're gonna want the best components, right? Comes down to price. They're making an item that's, you know, cost, or the budget. There's no budget. It's just like, hey, get it done. Whatever cost, let's do it. Cost plus, basically. This is nothing, just a little tuner. It's like cost plus, right? It's like government jobs. They estimate a price, but half the time they're over, sometimes double their budget. Just because when they start looking at materials and say, well, that's pretty cheap. We want this type of material, well, that's extra. Right? That's what it is. I'm not seeing anything on here, but could be stainless steel here. That's steel. That's the way it sounded. Don't see nothing here. You can see the wires adding up. Oh, the big aluminum deck there. Look at that. That's what I call my, yeah, I had aluminum deck. Now I remember. I figured I could recover that deck. Another board here. Some more IC chips there too, big ones actually. There's just one IC chip really. I can get it off. Looks like we're having turkey soup tonight. The leftovers yesterday. Now we're gonna have turkey soup tonight. Should be good. Broke. Oh no, it broke. Can't tell, I mean the wire's so small. We have nothing, right? But anyways, you just never know. Look at this wire here. Like how do they do it? How do they get all this wire together and it's like a rainbow here, a wire. Okay. Got big IC chips here. Okay, I'm just gonna cut these wires out first. Try to get the deck loose. Try to speed up the video here. Okay. Got stripped down pretty good now. Transformer. I want to show you all the wire that I got in here. That's the wire since I stopped filming. All that wire. There's a lot of wire in there. Piece of aluminum off the VCR. It's aluminum here. Here's the motor. It's actually the head. Video recording head. Oh, look at that. Nice piece there. Okay, this will come out maybe. Stripped. Okay. Here's some kind of copper spool or something. Must be fine. Came out of that VCR. I don't know what it was for. Might have been just a mortar or something. A little copper. Okay. Blob of copper. Okay, here's a transformer. Look at this head for 1 second. I never took one apart. I'm just kind of curious if I can how far I can take it apart. Okay, looks like another piece of aluminum here. Okay. A couple of metal here. Brass pins. Okay, 2 brass pins. Okay, also I was going to show you this here. These mortars, I like to take them down. See how they have a little flap here? So just strip them so that they're a little bit smaller and then ready to be processed more. So I'm going to take that bottom base out. See that? Okay, it's the one side. Let's get a copper band around it. It's like those stereos, basically. There. Yeah, copper. You already had the copper. Okay, that's holding the transformer. So now the transformer is sitting here, so it's more ready to be processed. So let's set down. There's your copper inside there. Okay, so anyways, it's almost processed here. I'll deal with this another time, but that's the beta VCR stripped apart. Pretty good value. Lots of wire. I think it's well worth it. Okay.